What up? Welcome in to the FanDuel
We're here.
Mock Draft live stream. What's going on, everybody? I am your host today, JL, joined as per usual by my beautiful co-hosts Josh and Joey. Right? How are you doing, guys?
Feeling pretty good. You know, it's Sunday, the end of the weekend,
Sunday.
but
Yep.
it's a good. And guys, football is so close.
I can taste it.
Do we have a game this week? I think Jay told me we have a game this week.
Like August 4th or something like that.
Yeah, so it's
right?
like Thursday.
Yeah, let's go. I am pumped, guys. It's preseason. We're probably not going to see a lot of starters, but I'm still pumped.
I'm still pumped too. Who's in the Hall of Fame game?
Oh, it was two teams that aren't very good. It was like, oh man, I would just be guessing. It was like the Bears. I want to say the Bears are typically in it. I think the Bears and the. Oh man,
We'll have to figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got Scampers in here. Happy whatever's
What's up,
today.
Mr. Scampers?
Jags and Raiders.
Jags and Raiders. Okay.
Two bad teams. Confirmed.
The Raiders could be very good this year. They could be very good.
Jaguars could be very good. You don't know. You don't know, Josh. You don't know.
Could be okay. They could be great. You know, they could be great. But the Raiders.
Water bet Jaguars score over 200 points this season. Deal or no deal? Deal or no deal, Josh?
I'm out on that. I'm completely out on that. No, they're going to do that, man.
Come on. Damn it. Maria in here saying happy whatever day to you, Mr. Scampers.
How you feeling?
And Mr. Scampers, let us know on this date in 1989, that is July 31st, 1989, the Game Boy was released. Was there a Game Boy before Game Boy Color, Joey?
Yes, it was like a green and like yellow kind of color.
Joey,
I got my very first Game Boy when I'm on my first like airplane. My mom got me a Game Boy. Really? And I had Tetris and a football game, and that's all I had.
Tetris and a football game.
Yeah.
Were you any good?
But the football game, I could get the score up to like 72. It was
72.
What was it called? Medium. There was the same play every time. Medium. I forget what. It was like a, the old games you could just play like the algorithm, and you would.
Yeah. Mr. Scamper said JL. I'm assuming that's because I didn't know. My first Game Boy was a Game Boy Color. I was 5 years old. Okay.
You really should know this, Bill.
Yeah, I guess I should. And we got Damon here. Hello. What up,
Dame? How's it going?
And we got Kevin here. Bird up, our famous Beta Kev here in the chat.
Beta Kev. I love it.
Oh, we still have a spot open in this draft. If
just
you want
only
to join,
one more spot?
We got at least 2 spots.
Okay, we got two. We got 2 spots still left in the draft. Okay,
I'm putting the draft in spot. There's 2 spots left. Build up. We're starting at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. That's when this draft is going to begin. Or as Simon says, I think 60 seconds after that.
It's going to be exactly 60 seconds. It's going to start the clock right at 7:15 for 60 seconds. Like, hey, guys, you ready for the draft? But just so everyone knows, everyone needs to start 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 2 flex every week. But it's a best ball format, so your best lineup is going to be submitted by itself every week. You're not going to have to make any in-season decisions. And we are going to have 20 rounds of this draft today. All right, 20 rounds. And I'm ready to dominate you guys. I'm ready to dominate.
Ready to be dominated. Ready to be dominated by you, Josh.
You know me.
I used to
know you.
It's a 0.5 PPR as well.
0.5 PPR, okay.
0.5. So I'm excited to get.
I just get really intimidated by Josh, and he would talk smack, and I'd be like, "Okay, Josh." But now I just
whatever you say, Josh.
You're going down.
Oh, there's 1 spot left. Someone filled in that second to last spot. We got 1 spot left in this mock draft. Please put the invite in the chat. I put it in the chat.
This is going to be it's a free contest, guys. It's a free contest, but this is going to go throughout the entire season. So there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser, and we're going to see whose names are on that winner and loser.
We got to put something on this. The 3 of us tonight.
I'm willing to put something.
What do you want to put on it?
I don't know.
I'll put whatever you want on it.
I'll put an embarrassing water bet.
Yeah, something for our viewers, because if we do money, that's only fun for us. But if we do something, so water bet.
Viewers love seeing people lose money.
They freaking eat that shit up.
Have you ever watched like any game show? Like for instance, like what was it? Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah,
Let's Make a Deal. There was literally nothing you're learning from that show.
No.
You're just watching it to watch someone win money or screw themselves over. Actually, I think that's what people come in for even more. They just want to see people make idiotic decisions.
Yeah, and remember, there's only 1 winner in Jeopardy every week. There are 2 losers each day.
This is true.
Each day. The numbers
in
don't lie.
Jeopardy. You're learning something, right? That's
Have you ever tried
funny.
to like flip the Jeopardy board podium over? Like got really
I'm
upset.
sure someone has tried. I bet you they're bolted in.
They're bolted down. Alex Trebek made sure that he was thinking about everything.
Gregory Pryor the second. I hope this is the comedian. Joey, that mustache will lead you to victory.
I mean Richard Pryor.
No, not that comedian.
Different Richard Pryor's brother.
Yeah,
Gregory.
I know Gregory Pryor.
Maybe I'm thinking of Greg Proops. Totally different name.
It works for me.
First two letters are the same.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you.
Well, we did
we're
have some
full
news
now.
this weekend, right?
Yeah.
News.
I mean, like nothing big.
7
Nothing big
minutes.
happened. We did just hear today that the ruling on Deshaun Watson's personal conduct policy case is expected to be roughly determined at tomorrow at 9 a.m. So keep an eye out for that. I know we're interested to just see for the Browns' sake, like what's going on with Amari Cooper, what's going on with the running backs, what's going on with the whole offense, because without Deshaun Watson, I don't expect a lot from the Browns. With Deshaun Watson, say what you will about him, but he's really good on the field.
Are you taking this opportunity, Josh, this ambiguity around the situation? Are you taking this and using it to your advantage at all in either sports betting or fantasy?
I'm staying away from
You're
all
just
things
saying
Brown
no.
and Deshaun Watson.
I'm
I
out.
literally am staying away from the whole entire situation. I think this could go 100 different ways. I think Deshaun Watson, you know what? We don't have to get into what I think. I think he should be suspended, though, for a decent amount of time. And the backlash that's going to happen if he's not is going to be real. So,
yeah.
The NFL the NFL is kind of screwed if they do, screwed if they don't kind of situation, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, not an enviable position for sure.
Yeah.
But a necessary one.
Yeah. Because it does seem like Deshaun Watson's lawyers and the NFLPA are ready to sue if he gets too much time. So, we'll
it seems like 8 games is the most popular rumor being floated out there.
Yeah, I bet you they go somewhere in the middle.
You think
I bet
so?
you they try and straddle that line.
Yeah.
8 games isn't. People are going to be pissed off about 8 games. I'll tell you.
I agree with you.
Calvin Ridley was bet $1,000 and missed the whole year. Right?
What are they saying by that?
And then on,
they're not wrong. That's not wrong.
Exactly. And
that's
then
totally valid
side,
pushback.
He's like, he's saying he didn't break any rules or do anything wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hearsay. So.
Luckily, it's not our job to determine that.
Yeah, exactly.
We just react to it.
We just react.
Well,
I saw another news report that Milky Trubilky's got the job.
Exactly.
Supposedly, it's his job to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you guys think? You think Kenny Pickett's gonna start under center at all this year?
What do you think?
I think Pittsburgh will give Trubisky 6-game leash, and if there's not, let's say Pittsburgh's not 3-3, they might move the Pickett. If Trubisky starts though, which at the 6-game mark, yeah. Well, at the end of the 6th game, when the numbers go 0-0-0, that's when I think they'll make a decision.
Right then.
Yeah. Okay. But if Trubisky does start, one player I'm excited about is, and not because I love his name, but I do like Pat Freiermuth because Trubisky's best season with the Bears is when he was leaning on Trey Burton. So I do like Freiermuth a little bit more if Trubisky is the in cement starter.
Yeah.
For me, like when it comes down to it, they're gonna say 6 games, blah blah blah. I guarantee you, Mitch Trubisky is the starter week 1. But there were already reports at training camp when there were some fans there. Mitch Trubisky started out the practice, missed 2 passes, and they were screaming, "Put Pickett in, Pickett." So that, they're gonna have
poor
a lot
Milky
of pressure.
Trubisky.
If Trubisky does not perform, they spent a first-round. It was a late first-round pick on Pickett. I get it, but if he does not perform, there's going to be a ton of pressure to put Pickett in.
Kenny Pickett in,
pretty quickly. So they might say he has a long leash. He has a very short leash. I guarantee both of these quarterbacks get pretty significant playing time this year because, they put Pickett in for 1 game. And if he doesn't light the world on fire, they could easily go back to Trubisky the next game. Yeah. So
true.
It's a tough little situation we have here, but I prefer Trubisky playing for the fantasy assets. So I like Deante Johnson a lot more if Trubisky's going to be the starter the whole year, but I doubt that's the case. Yeah, I do. I wish I knew he would just be the starter the whole year, but I don't know that. And I doubt that's the case.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is. We got a couple more minutes here until this draft begins. About 2 or 3 more minutes. Hey, if you haven't
so
yet,
excited to kick your guys' ass.
Well, you are going to be disappointed, sir. I'm sorry to tell you. If you haven't yet, make sure you like this video. If you're on YouTube, like this video. Subscribe to FanDuel if you're on YouTube. Follow if you are on Twitch, and make sure you follow them on every platform. They are on TikTok. They are on Snapchat. Maybe we still haven't determined that really. To be 100% correct, Instagram for sure. They're definitely on there. Twitter for sure. We know they're on there.
I've seen them on Facebook.
They have some fantastic content creators, not just us, putting out amazing content for y'all. Make sure you go and follow them, subscribe everywhere you need to.
Do it.
And we got like
Instagram?
2 minutes to Instagram for sure. They got to be on Instagram.
I tag on Instagram all the time.
You do? Do they answer?
Never.
Damn.
But I do it. I do it in my stories. No. Listen, Daddy, I love Daddy Pandol. I do it in my little, I think they're called stories, and I'm private because I think I'm cool. So that they're not allowed to.
They can't even see it. They just know they've been tagged.
No, they just know. Like, who is this man with the mustache tagging us every week?
Such a power move. I bet you're not the only man with the mustache tagging FanDuel each week.
I'm the only one, actually.
Guys, I have the first overall pick.
Oh, no. I meant
Joe, you have the 8th.
Yeah. I like the turn, though. I like the turn.
Third.
No.
Well, we both have the turn. We have each of the turns. And guys, I'm gonna do something today. I was planning on doing this regardless, and I'm gonna do it. I am gonna try out a 0 RB strategy right here. So let's see how it happens. I mean, this is for $0. I am kind of interested to see how this pans out. For me, I think 0 RB is like you don't draft a running back till the 9th round. Right. So I will not draft a running back until at least the 9th round. And maybe I go later. We'll see. If there's not value, I'll pivot. But I'm kind of excited to see how the 0 RB team.
Okay. 0 RB. Let's see how it is. I didn't pick a strategy beforehand. Now I'm
you don't have to. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I mean, I'm the first overall pick. I feel a lot more confident having the first overall pick and doing something that I'm doing, actually, believe it or not. I mean, having Jonathan Taylor or Christian McCaffrey would be
pick a strategy before me, Joey. Just name a strategy and I'll draft it.
So Josh is going 0 RB.
Yeah.
You go robust RB.
Robust? Yeah. It's gonna work out well for both of us because
what's robust again? It's just
I think you have to take what
one
is it?
No, that's hero RB. 3 or 4
in like the first
round.
3 or 4.
Okay.
In the first round. In the first round, you got to take 3 or 4 running backs.
All right.
I want to try
in 27 seconds.
But I can't say what it is because I have the 8th pick, and
it
depends on certain players.
You might get booped.
Yeah.
You're afraid you might get booped?
I think Shane will boop me.
Shane will definitely boop you.
All right, fair enough.
We got NBA Riggs in here saying, "What up, FYF family? Happy Sunday to Josh, JL, and Joey. Happy Friday.
Yes.
I mean Sunday to you, NBA Riggs.
This is the way it should be with all these J's. Let's
all
go.
these J's, J Squad, run up.
NBA Rigged. I assume you like NBA. I'm going to an NBA game this year. I told my mom this week to go basketball.
The Orlando
Magic, and I want to go see the Grizzlies. I want to see Ja Morant play live.
That'd be cool.
I love
Josh takes Cooper Kupp.
Easy pick. If you want to take Justin Jefferson and you're definitely going wide receiver, fine. If you want to take, honestly, Justin Jefferson's the only one I would consider. Cooper Kupp, though, is my number 1 wide receiver for the season by far. Justin Jefferson's he's number 2 for sure. I'd rather have Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jonathan Taylor. Look, you got Jonathan. That's huge for your strategy.
Wow.
If you're going robust.
Going robust for running back, and
guess what?
It's already robust.
You were the 3rd pick. You could have gotten Jonathan Taylor or Christian McCaffrey, who I think has a little bit more upside, a lot more risk. So I'm fine with either of those 2 guys there. And a half-point PPR for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Derrick Henry. Justin Jefferson went after me by Brokow, followed by Derrick Henry, followed by Austin Eckler. These running backs are going off quick. Here.
Okay. Joey, you're almost.
I know. Let's see if Ken messes up my strategy.
And Joey, I know
what you're going to do. Was it mentioned in our Slack channel?
I don't think so. I can't do it.
Okay. It was. I
was going to do bully tight end.
Yeah, that's what Jay said it. Jay said bully tight end in our Slack channel. I swear to God.
What is bully tight end?
Where you take the 2 top tight ends.
He would take Mark Andrews.
Bully tight end because you're a big bully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
Jamar Chase. And
I feel like we're gonna have to change the name of that strategy in a few years
because bully is just like not PC.
Not a good thing. Yeah.
I mean, like
mean guy tight end.
It's not like a bad. You're right. You're probably right. You're probably right, JL. You're probably somehow right. I
probably don't want to glorify bullies.
I'm sure there's a reason I'm not thinking about why we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Something.
Again, not our job.
Thank God, right? Thank God.
God.
So someone else determines these things.
All right.
But Joey, I really like the 2 wide receivers you got there, Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs to start off your draft. Those are my 3 and 4 wide receivers for this upcoming season. So let's go.
I agree with you on your assessment of where you have them in your rankings.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
please.
So you
fall
made the
back
move to
me.
Jefferson?
Oh,
ahead of
Jefferson's
50.
100% my number 2 wide receiver for this upcoming
I
season.
believe early in the season, we both had Chase at 2.
I don't think I would have had him at 2. I would have had him at 3. He's actually my number 4 right now. And maybe that's what we're like targeting. He's behind Stephon Diggs. They're within literally 2 fantasy points of each other projections wise. And like when it comes down to it, it'd be tough to actually make that move. But I do think Stephon Diggs is safer, a little bit safer in my opinion.
It's one second. Am I up?
So I gotta draft how many running backs before I'm properly robust?
I would say 3 in the first 4 rounds.
My roommate has done best ball drafts where he literally like his first 5 picks takes running backs.
Really?
And he loves his teams afterwards too.
I was really tempted
also
to
is
go,
a little more comfortable with late wide receivers.
That makes sense. I was tempted to go Mark Andrews here. I was really tempted.
This is sick.
Broke out, took Mark Andrews, made the decision easy for me. And that's, I was going to ask that question. Okay. If I could take tight end within the robust running back strategy, which you guys said is fine, correct? Yeah. Absolutely. As long as 3 out of the 4 picks are running back.
Yeah. 3 out of the first 4 picks. That's pretty robust RB.
Robust.
So Josh goes Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, and
I think I'm gonna go Josh Allen. Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Josh Allen right there.
Wow.
Listen, look, when you look at my projections, Josh Allen is by far pretty much he's by far the person I project to have the most overall fantasy points out of any position going into next season. This is an 8-man league. Positions are kind of deep. I thought about taking Mike Evans, who actually went the pick after me right there. But I know how deep wide receiver is. When I get to my pick next time, there's going to be some great wide receivers. And while I still think Mike Evans is going to have a great season, I'm lowering on him just a little bit with the addition of Julio Jones. And the rumors Chris Godwin's going to be good to go week 1. Not lower. I think he's going to have a great season. Like I said, I think he's going to have a great season. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I think his upside is just cut a little bit. So I'm going to take Josh Allen there and shore up my quarterback position and feel pretty good about this, honestly.
Yeah. That's fair.
Starting out my team, Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, and Josh Allen. So I like that.
That's solid. It's pretty balanced.
Yeah. I liked your pick, JL.
I ended up going Aaron Jones over DeAndre Swift, but it was tough. And the half PPR really ended up being a factor for me.
I should have known.
They're my running back 7 and my running back 8. And I have Aaron Jones ranked above DeAndre Swift or projected above DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. I think he's going to have a great year.
Pick your poison.
You guys think that Aaron Jones is going to return on that ADP? You think he'll finish around top 5 or top 10 running back? I should say, not top 5.
I think if any running back that's getting drafted after the top 5, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Dalvin Cook, like they're easy bets to make top 5 picks. But I think after that, Aaron Jones is as safe as you can choose to finish there, with all the no more Devontae Adams on the Packers.
Are you at all worried about AJ Dillon?
Am I worried about AJ Dillon?
Taking over his opportunities.
Oh, yeah. I think AJ Dillon is going to be involved too, but these guys are going to need people on the field that can play football. And a lot of times when targets are missing from an offense, we see those targets go to the running back position. Yeah. So I think and Aaron Jones is a very good pass catcher. So I think Aaron Jones's targets go up this next season where I think he can really make a living scoring touchdowns and getting targets. And he's just an efficient guy in this Packers offense. So
absolutely.
That's what's so big about him.
For those through this first 3 rounds, I have Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones.
Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor, and Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, JL. That's pretty
feeling
robust.
Good. Feeling robust. Feeling like my running back is pretty robust. We got Broke out here, Nick Chubb, Justin Jefferson, Mark Andrews. That's a solid start as well. I like that. Oh, is that me? I just got a little boop.
Yeah. Why JL's picking? I'll say what I like about his team. All the reports coming out of Minnesota are saying Dalvin Cook's going to get a lot more receiving work this year. So in a half-point PPR, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, who's also going to get a lot of receiving work for the Packers. I really like those as your 2 running backs you took next.
Mm-hmm.
After
Thanks,
as
Joey.
robust as you can get.
Thanks, Joey.
And then he goes Darren Waller there. Okay.
Darren Waller. This is weird for me.
I like it. No, I like Darren Waller there. I would have considered him with my next pick, actually. One of my
sassy tight end, Mr. Scamper says. I wonder what strategy that would look like.
And then Mr. Scamper said Jones over Swift easy. I see you put NBA Riggs. And to that point, in a half-point PPR, I am much more about that. And I just said Jones is going to get a lot of targets, but Swift is going to get a lot of targets.
PPR, yeah.
I'd rather Swift. It makes it closer in PPR, but I still go Jones. I don't think it's that easy, though.
It's pretty crazy how many targets Swift got in the time that he played last year. I was not. I was one who was like, it can't be that high, and then I went and looked, and I was like, okay, it's that high, but I was not expecting it to be targeted so much.
Let's see what Josh needs next.
Josh going Kittle.
Okay.
I like that pick.
Let's see if he takes the receiver I would take if I were him.
Jay went Keenan
kind of
Allen.
messed up. Like, since this is a best ball league, it's probably not who I pick in a redraft league, but I'm gonna take T. Higgins here. Actually,
that's who I would take.
Best ball. Really? Okay. Cool.
Yep. Yeah. He's so reliable the last 2 years,
and he's just got so much upside week to week. I know Jamar Chase is more of the 1A while T. Higgins is the 1B, right? So I do put Jamar Chase above T. Higgins, but T. Higgins missed a couple of games last year. And if he played all the games, he would have finished, I think, as a top 12 wide receiver, probably. He was at least on pace to do that.
Yeah, he finished close 17.
There anyway. Yeah,
17. And you missed, like you said, 2 games, but JL's up. He had the exact same amount of targets in 2020 and 2021, but his catch percentage went up. And his efficiency, his yards per reception went up. So if he's getting the same amount of work as he did the year before, after they bring in Jamar Chase, like it's hard for me to pass on Higgins. I love the pick.
I think he has multiple touchdown upside every week. He's not going to get that every week. Obviously, there's going to be some weeks where I'm not going to say disappears, but you're not going to be as satisfied. But I'm going to get those boom weeks, in best ball format. So that's what I love. JL taking Lamar Jackson there.
Lamar, man. My guy Lamar. He looked great in that practice yesterday, guys. He looked fantastic. Yeah. And NBA
there was reports actually saying he's throwing a tighter spiral. He looks really good throwing the ball.
He looked very good. He was connecting with Bateman, which I love to see. Absolutely love to see. And the Ravens have a ton of wide receivers on the roster. I learned yesterday, just an absolute.
Well, they have a ton of
trying to fill in. They do what dynasty managers do as well. They just load up on the. On a bunch of
don't get me wrong, James Prochet, Devin Duvernay, these guys are
just solid football receivers. They're solid football receivers. They're never going to be fantasy players. They're never going to be fantasy assets, but they're solid football players. Devin Duvernay makes plays. He makes
just look at what the Ravens did in the draft and during the offseason. They didn't really sign any big name receivers. They could have tried to bring in Julio Jones. Will Fuller's still out there, but they didn't draft any wide receivers. They drafted 2 tight ends. They're comfortable with what they got now. They're going to have a lot of tight ends on the field, a lot of running backs on the field. Rashad Bateman's going to be on the field all the time,
and Mark Andrews. Oh my God.
Exactly. They're going to rely on those 2 to be the main guys of their passing game. And
I should have kept track, but he was targeting Mark Andrews a ton, even in practice. He's already targeting Mark Andrews a ton.
Yeah. So I see NBA Rig here saying, Josh and JL, how much more bag are you anticipating Lamar getting over Kyler Murray's $230 million? And this is such a weird situation, for being honest. Lamar doesn't have normal representation that we normally see. And I'm not sure if that's the cause of anything, but it seems like the Ravens are trying to get a deal done. I guess they're not offering quite as much as Kyler's getting, and if that's the case, then I understand why Lamar's not signing a contract. He deserves at least that much money, so he probably gets more than that.
He probably does.
He probably gets more than that. This is what we see every year. Every year we see a contract get signed. The next contract is bigger. That's just typically how it works. If the Ravens wait till next season, it's going to be much more than that probably. So unless Lamar has a completely heinous season, but I just don't see that happening.
No, I don't.
Let's talk about Dak Prescott real fast. He held out for a contract. He got injured, had a horrific leg injury, broke his freaking ankle, his whole ankle.
Don't remind me of that,
direction.
Joshua.
It was pointing in a different direction, and he still got a giant contract the next season because quarterbacks get paid, and Lamar's going to get paid too.
Yeah.
And now I only have 15 seconds.
NBA asking, is Tyler Huntley one of the main reasons Lamar hasn't gotten his bags yet? No, absolutely not. Tyler Huntley is his backup. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
Oh, Tyler
I wish
Huntley
they could just put
not
Tyler
in the Ravens' future. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. He is a solid backup. Yeah. He's a solid backup.
Yeah. He's not somewhere reliable.
I saw him a lot yesterday too. And Anthony Brown was the third string QB.
My team's so weird.
Deante Johnson and Dalton Schultz, Josh.
I already have George Kittle on my team too.
Boo. Josh took Schultz.
Yeah, I took Schultz. I thought he was just too good of a value there, and I'm kind of hurting someone else, and I know that. But
really,
I got Kittle and Schultz.
You took Deante Johnson, you little butt munch.
I love having Deante Johnson. I have this zero running back strategy. I like how my team's playing out. I know my running backs aren't going to be great, but the other positions are looking real sexy.
Someone took Jalen Hurts.
Did someone? I guess.
Yeah.
This is just too easy. Breece Hall in round 7.
Yeah, that's a good pick. And, I realized this I knew this when I picked Josh Allen very early, and I expect him to score a decent amount more fantasy points than, let's say, Kyler Murray or Tom Brady. But Kyler Murray and Tom Brady are still there. We're in the 7th round, These are, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. These are good quarterbacks. And you got to keep in mind that the quarterback position is really deep. And really don't want to reach for a quarterback. I don't feel like I've reached for Josh Allen. It was appropriate value. And I'm not questioning the decision because I needed to. I'm going 0 RB right now. So this is just rare for me. I usually have a running back by now.
Yeah, I couldn't pass up that Breece Hall value, even though I have already 4 running backs now. 4 running backs.
Hey, you're going
one
robust
wide receiver.
Running back, bro.
I'm going super robust running back.
Let me see how robust you. Oh, this is so robust.
This is super robust. The most robust I've ever been.
I'm looking at your team. You got a quarterback. You got a tight end. You got a hammer wide receiver now, Jo.
I know.
I know. Cortland Sutton as a wide receiver who I love, but wide receiver position, there's still some really good guys there, and you got to make sure you get a couple.
I love some of the people. I'm not talking anymore. Joshua, stop.
Yeah. And I'm kind of spoiling it for you a little bit.
Josh, shut your mouth. This isn't a stream.
I just made 2 very, very Joey picks.
Thank you, NBA Rig. She said, stellar take on Dak Prescott's injury. That's the first thing I think about. I was nervous for Dak Prescott when he hurt his leg. I was like, are the Cowboys going to pay him now? He deserves to get paid. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And they did. And that's what's going to happen with Lamar, even if he gets hurt. So why not risk it? Try to bet on yourself. I expect really good numbers from Lamar Jackson this season. And Mr. Scamper said Huntley performed well when Lamar was out. The Cowboys collapsed without Dak. Dak's bet on himself played out well. We'll see if Lamar. You said Huntley did perform well when Lamar was out, but we lost all those games Huntley started. The Ravens lost every single one of those games. So while you're right, Mr. Scamper's Huntley looked solid. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's just not in any way, shape. He's not a better thrower. He's not a better runner. He's not better at anything compared to Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. Can he run an offense? Sure. And maybe he does deserve a starting opportunity at some point. I hope it's not on the Ravens.
Yeah, me too.
Because Lamar Jackson's the Ravens' future. I hope.
Yeah, you got all my guys taken, Josh. Thank you for that.
Okay, there's still some guys I like, JL. So I'm assuming your guys you were talking about are guys like Allen Robinson, Brandon Cooks, and Rashad Bateman.
2 out of those 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you can guess I bet you can guess which one is not in there.
Allen Robinson?
No, it was actually Cooks.
Brandon Cooks.
Cooks, yeah.
Cooks, okay, because I know you like Bateman.
I do like Bateman. I've turned around on Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
For redraft.
Yeah.
In a good way or bad way?
Oh, in a great way.
Okay.
In the best way, some say.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's been lonely on my island for a while now.
Yeah, I bet. Joey, let's look at your team. No QB.
No, and that's the strategy I'm leaning into. No.
Okay, I like that. Leonard Fournette, just no QB. That's that strategy. Leonard Fournette, James Conner, Travis Etienne, followed by Jamar Chase, Diggs, AJ Brown, Allen Robinson, and Brandon Cooks.
It's the ninth round now, guys. I'm allowed to pick a running back, right?
You can.
Yep.
Who's
there for you, Josh?
There's actually
Elijah
solid
Mitchell.
Backs.
All right,
there's some solid running backs left. I'm not. I was actually deciding. Never mind. Whatever. I'm not going to talk.
Talk to us, Josh.
Let's
oh boy.
NBA Riggs making some good points here. JJJ, we should have. I like that NBA Riggs just referred to us as JJJ. We should have an FYF best ball league with 200 plus strong. That would be loads of fun. I couldn't agree more. I really, guys, like, I'm not joking, JL. Let's make this happen.
Let's do it. I'm totally down.
Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Like on FanDuel, like let's just get a bunch of people in a best ball league and let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
Maybe we give a prize for whoever comes in first. I don't know.
I'm 100% down with that idea. Let's do that.
I love that, man.
Let's give away. I'm gonna come in jersey, maybe.
I want to win I want to win a jersey.
Maybe we can get Daddy FanDuel to sign some memorabilia.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Even a little bit of FanDuel bucks, maybe.
A little FanDuel, yeah. FanDuel bucks, yeah. FanDuel allowance.
That's what I'm talking
Money,
about.
please.
Money, please.
All right.
I'm loving how my team's coming together, guys. I really am. Maybe this zero RB thing kind of.
Maybe it's got some legs to it. Maybe Simon's not such an idiot.
Yeah, I forgot to say Simon's the zero RB guy. I mean, I don't normally it's an 8-man league, right? In the 9th round, I'm not getting a guy like Elijah Mitchell normally.
Yeah.
So in an 8-man league, I'm okay with this. I just don't love going into a season. Best ball, it's a little bit better in my opinion. I just don't love going into the season with backup running backs. Not backup running backs, but Ramondre Stevenson, I think he's having a great season. It's just if he doesn't hit, if he's not the starting running back, if he's not getting a lot of carries, he's gonna be fine. But you really need the rest of your team to be really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of things have to go right for you. You're really minimizing what that surface of exposure is.
Exactly.
Mr. Scamper says I'm 79% in favor of that idea. There you go.
Of the best ball league?
Of the best ball league.
No, you get 100% behind that.
Yeah, sorry. You better get yourself up there, Mr. Scamps.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Joey went Zach Ertz.
Oh, Antonio Gibson. I would have been very happy to get him.
Yeah.
With,
Antonio Gibson and Dobbins going back this far back is pretty wild. If you had told us this a year ago.
It's crazy.
With Dobbins, it makes a little bit more sense because there's some injury concerns with him. A lot of people out there, and especially on the FanDuel platform, it says injured. So I understand why people would be hesitant to draft him.
Yeah.
Gibson's interesting.
Differently.
Yeah, Gibson's interesting because, I mean, that report about Brian Robinson getting the goal line carries and the short yardage carries for the Commanders got a lot of traction than last week. And so, because I believe it was 4 out of Gibson's 6 goal line carries, he did not get into the end zone. And so now the Commanders are saying that they're going to put Brian Robinson in the short yardage carries. It might be concerning to some people.
Yeah.
Here's another point to that. I know last year.
Oh.
What does he know? What did you know last year, Josh?
Let's guess. What did he know?
Last year, Josh knew that the Washington football team was going to be named the Commanders.
Exactly. So
still a joke on groundhogs.
Exactly. Wait. Okay.
Is Josh making picks?
Yeah. I was making picks. What were we talking about?
Gibson at the goal line. And then you froze.
So he fumbles a lot. So he fumbles a lot. Mm-hmm. So he had an issue. He had a very big fumbling issue last season, especially around the goal line. So that is, I think that's what's going to lead to Brian Robinson getting more carries. Gibson was freaking wide receiver, though. In college. Like, why isn't he a pass catcher in the NFL? That's what's pissing me off a little bit. It's like, I think he could be great if he was just used. I know JD McKissick, he's good, blah, 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 but let's get Antonio Gibson some receptions, guys.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Mm-mm. That would make up for the lack of goal line carries a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think that happens this year, Josh?
I feel like I'm higher on Gibson than most people out there.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, you got a draft. Oh,
I didn't realize I was on the clock. Who did I pick? Oh no.
Olave. That's great.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
It actually is fine. Let's see the wide receivers there. Oh, Cordell Patterson's a wide receiver. Ooh.
Getting close.
I didn't know that counted.
Will I get my guy?
Did you just take?
But
I hate your stinking butt, Joey.
Well,
hate your stinking butt.
What did I do?
You took Russell Wilson, I think.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No, I'm not Speedy.
That was Speedy.
That was Speedy. Speedy, I hate your stinking butt. I wanted to get him so I could
still
stack.
some good quarterbacks left.
I just really wanted to
Josh,
stack because I had Judy and Cortland Sutton. We got Tom Brady. We got Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Aaron
You don't even have
Rodgers.
to
All
worry
right,
anymore. You don't have to worry. You're up, Joey.
So I
Tom
said I was going to
Brady.
wait on quarterback. I wait to the 11th round. I'm grabbing Dak Prescott, Tom Brady back to back.
I love that, man.
And
I
it's best
love
ball.
that. Tom Brady, that is stupid value.
Considering I got Josh Allen with my third pick, yeah, screw Josh Allen.
Stupid value.
Love it.
I'm never going QB early again in best ball.
Well, it's
Not
8
team. 8 team. We got to keep that in mind. We got to keep that in
teams.
mind. A lot less teams. Ah!
That's my anger sound, Josh.
Wait. The sources are saying the 49ers and star weapon Deebo Samuel are in an agreement on a massive contract extension.
Let's
Keeping him
go.
in San Francisco for the foreseeable future. The drama is over. The bridge is rebuilt. What an intense little write-up someone wrote there.
That was super intense.
I was excited.
It got me a little hyped. So Deebo Samuel's with the 49ers.
That's great.
Let's see how he works out with Trey Lance. I think he's perfect when the 49ers team. I just want to see how the whole thing with a mobile quarterback like Trey Lance works out. I think it's going to be fine. There's just going to be less targets for Deebo, to be honest, compared to previous seasons.
Nice. I took Cordell Patterson.
I like it. I like it.
It's a bit risky, but we'll see. We'll see. I love that dual eligibility you got.
Who took Cole Kmet?
Some loser.
They're a turd.
I would have liked him.
Little turd.
I don't know.
Let's look at Josh's team. Josh, you got Josh Allen, Elijah Mitchell, Miles Sanders, CEH, Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Deante Johnson, Chris Godwin, George Kittle, and Dalton Schultz. Joey, ask Josh something about this team.
You jealous?
I'm gonna go look at his team again.
I don't know to pick.
Oh wait, because he's picking. I'm not gonna talk to him while he's picking.
Talk to him while he's picking.
That's a Simon move. That's what Simon does.
It is what
I don't know to pick.
But Simon would normally be here to do it, so maybe I should.
I think I need to pick this guy.
Simon,
Josh, are you planning on taking your next quarterback, even though you have Josh Allen? I mean,
This guy is. I don't even like Amari Cooper. I feel like I should be the low guy on Amari Cooper, but he's still my highest ranked wide receiver left.
Jay, I love that Elijah Moore pick. You might like Amari Cooper a lot more in about 24 hours.
That's the thing. That really is the whole thing. Like,
I had him borderline wide receiver 1 when I thought Watson was going to play 17 games this year. So.
I don't want to talk about Watson off the field. Watson on the field, though, is really good. Yeah. He's really good. And if he's playing with Amari Cooper for 17 games, Amari Cooper's going to be really good as well as his number 1 option. Really good. That's all I'll say. I'll say. If Deshaun Watson's suspended 8 games, Amari Cooper rises my rankings for this upcoming season. Actually,
really?
Or not? He does. I mean, right now I have him pretty low because I'm projecting Jacoby Brissett to be the starter the entire season.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking, gotcha.
Like I'm not gonna he's not gonna hop up into even a wide receiver 2 for me or anything like that. But he'll pump up a little bit. You know.
Oh, I'm close.
I'm sure he'll have a couple of good games still.
What am I gonna do?
Brissett.
Scamps a 3-year, $73.5 million
for Deebo. Oh wow!
And Josh in here confirming that 3-year extension.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
That is pretty solid. How do you think Deebo is going to get used this year? Do you think he's going to get used in a similar type of way that we saw last year with this rushing game?
Well, Joey's picking right now, so I to be completely honest with you, I think there's a lot of rumors about the 49ers not wanting Deebo not wanting to quite run as much. He wants to play a little bit more actual wide receiver. He doesn't want to put himself in those situations where he can get hurt because throughout his entire career, going back to college, he's been hurt a lot. a lot, like a scary amount. I'm not going to be the one that calls him injury prone, whatever, but I think that's a concern you got to keep in mind. And if he's running as much as he did last year, the injury concern risk goes up and up and up. I think they're going to want to try to make their investment last these 3 years. And I just think he gets a little bit less rushing attempts. But he's still really going to be really good.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. Yeah. NBA asking, is Ronnie Stanley back healthy in OTA as yet? He's all pro, but missed 1.5 years now.
I don't think he's back yet, but I think it's kind of like I think he's right now being lumped in with J.K. Dobbins.
Yes.
Where it's essentially he's not practicing yet, but they're very optimistic about his availability for the start of the season. So Ronnie Stanley is crucial for the Ravens offense too.
I saw Linderbaum out there yesterday, Josh.
Really?
Yeah, I saw him out there.
Yeah, was he looking good? I heard Lamar Jackson said he's like the most athletic offensive lineman he's ever played with.
Yeah, no, he's looking very good.
Which is awesome to hear, honestly. An athletic center, especially with a rushing quarterback, it can be pretty valuable.
Be really, really valuable.
Yeah, because
I'm going to go crazy here.
Running around,
you want to go crazy?
Go crazy.
Aaron Rodgers. I like it. I like it. You both you guys. I was going to take one of those quarterbacks for sure. No, that sucks. I mean,
there's still some good quarterbacks on the board.
Yeah, but I kind of just rather wait at this point now. But I don't even know who else I'd rather take. Oh, man, so I just sold this guy but I'm just looking at the running backs here, and this guy has by far the most upside and just I think a pretty established role relatively. Devin Singletary.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets anywhere close to the work he was getting at the end of last season, that's a really good pick for me, I think.
Absolutely. He keeps beating draft picks out in Buffalo. They keep bringing him in. He keeps knocking them down. So
I know.
I mean,
knock him down.
That road might be in at the end though with James Cooks, but
the safe pick. I'm gonna go with a very high upside pick and take Marcus Valdes-Scantling here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Shoot for the moon. Hope so. That's going to be my last wide receiver I pick. I actually only thought I had 5 at this point, and now I have 7. That's a little scary. I wish I didn't take him now that I realize that, but it's all good. We're learning. We're learning on the fly here.
We're learning as we go.
JL takes Chase Claypool.
Is that who you wanted, Joey?
No. I don't hate the pick. But that's not.
I think literally just today.
I'm in a different road right now.
He has a little bit of an injury, but it's not a serious injury. It's like hamstring or something. I can't remember exactly, but
that came out today.
I would today or yesterday. I wouldn't be concerned about it.
I didn't miss that.
I definitely wouldn't. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up for you right here. Let's see. Chase Claypool day to day with shoulder injury, so he's day to day at this point. It's all good. Actually, hamstring would have been a lot more scary.
I've got a shoulder
for sure. That's soft tissue. Mr. Scamper said, once again, why on earth are people against Debo rushing less? Targets greater than carries. Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I think that Josh is completely agreeing with you.
Yeah. But you're right. But if we're comparing the 49ers to last season, Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback. There's just going to be less targets available for this offense. And if Deebo Samuel's not running as much, I just can't project him for as good of a season last year. I don't think anyone is necessarily projecting the season from last year, but I just think that's a little downgrade for him. He's still hold on. My projections have him as wide receiver 8. I'm very high on Deebo Samuel. So
I'm gonna reach with my next pick.
Okay.
This one, not.
What do you think?
I don't think I'm taking Jacoby Myers.
Ooh, interesting.
He's been the most targeted Patriots receiver the last 2 years. It's the 16th round. He finally started scoring touchdowns last year in the second half of the season. So,
when
Mac Jones, if people see Mac Jones taking that next step, what? Yeah, 2.
Would he score 2 touchdowns?
He went.
That's like infinity more than he's ever had.
No, seriously, it is. It's the monkey is off his back. He's ready to go. But a lot of people think Mac Jones is going to take that big step forward this year, and if that's going to happen, Jacoby Myers is going to have a good year.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Devontae Parker can stay on the field. I like Devontae Parker. I just don't think he can stay on the field the whole season.
Mm-hmm. And he's not anywhere close to the same receiver as Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is more of a, slot. I wouldn't necessarily put him in the slot role, but he's more of a closer to the line of scrimmage kind of wide receiver where Devontae Parker is more of a big play threat. And Mac Jones, I'm not saying he's a bad deep ball thrower or anything like that, but I think his skill set more aligns with Jacoby Meyer's skill set.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. And Mac Jones I'm fully in the camp that he's going to take the next step this upcoming season. Like, I don't think he's going to be a top 10 fantasy quarterback or anything, but I think he's, just going to be a little bit better than last season.
In my Scott Fishbowl draft, somebody took Mac Jones at the 2-3 turn, which a lot of people raise their eyebrows at. But
yeah, that's a little too rich for my blood, but whatever, do your thing.
Josh going Kirk Cousins.
I'm glad that Kirk Cousins made it to me, honestly.
Good job, Josh.
Who are you going with the second pick?
I have no idea. I don't like anyone here.
Let's see.
This is gross. I guess I'll go with the Houston Texans, maybe starting running back.
Dameon Pierce.
Oh, I meant to take Dameon Pierce.
Can we back it up, Fandle?
That one was weird. I took Marlon Mack. I'd rather have Dameon Pierce though. I'd rather have Dameon Pierce, but at the same time, their shot at who's the starting running back, I think, is a coin flip to start the season. At the start of the season, I would bet on Marlon Mack starting the season as the starting running back for the Colts. I mean the Texans, but I think Dameon Pierce earns that job by the end of the season.
I don't mind this robust RB strategy. Honestly, it gave me a lot of versatility. It gave me a lot of versatility later on in this draft that I was not expecting.
The running back position is one of the most shallow positions next to the tight end position. But even like with tight end, you can grab some guys late if you miss the first 8 or so.
9 wide receivers, and I'm happy with that group.
I'm looking at your team now, JL, and yeah, this is nice. I mean, like you can't really have it. I mean, like when it comes down to, you don't want an injury to one of your top 4 picks anyway, but your running backs, if they're healthy all season, this team's going to be really good, I think.
Mm-hmm. This team will be solid. And I definitely have some upside here at the wide receiver, the rookie position.
Your quarterbacks are fantastic. You got Darren Waller at tight end. You got Irv Smith. So really, like if you just look at your wide receivers, they're not the strongest unit in the world, but you got so many like high upside ones. Like a couple of these guys hit. This is a really good,
solid team. And if not, then that's fine. This roster probably isn't going anywhere then. That's just how it is.
You definitely gonna have to have a couple of these guys like Juju Smith-Schuster, for instance. If he's like the lock and loaded number 1 wide receiver for the Chiefs, that's looking great. Cortland Sutton, I expect him to be the number 1 wide receiver for the Broncos.
And I expect that offense to really unlock this season.
You got 2 rookies in Drake London, 3 rookies: Drake London, Chris Olave, and Christian Watson. Like, one of those, I think there's a chance like they have big blow up weeks at the very least, which are great for best ball.
Right.
You got both of the Denver Broncos wide receivers. Cordell Patterson. He's a wide receiver in this.
He's a wide receiver in this.
You know what? This is nice. I like this a lot.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah. That's fun.
This is fun.
I'm going to look at Joey's team right now. I'm going to try to be mean. I'm going to
try to be mean.
Try to be mean to Joey's.
Oh.
It's hard in an 8-team league to be mean. You can be
Joey.
I know it is.
Joey. Really I literally was going through you like position by position. I was like, okay, the quarterbacks are really good.
Okay, Dak Prescott, Tom Brady, Derek
Carr, the wide receivers are really good. Okay, the tight ends are pretty good.
James Conner, Travis Etienne, Gibson, Ronald Jones.
You're on the clock, Jail. You're on the clock. You're on the clock, Jail.
I got it.
I'm drooling over my team, Dale. I'll make a
No, your team is good, Joey. Actually, I think your team might be my favorite out of us 3.
Let me look.
Because you just got value. You just found the value. Getting Dak Prescott and Tom Brady in the 11th and 12th rounds, what made this draft.
I appreciate that. And I think that's true, but it's, there's a lot of people that say, don't go into a draft with a strategy and go into a draft with a strategy. And sometimes you just need to take who's best available and stuff will fall to you.
Yeah.
When you have 2 people on the show
Moore?
saying that they're good. I did. Yes. Sorry.
You little munch.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Rondo more.
I'm very loaded up for the beginning of the Cardinals season. I got more in Ertz.
Lobby CDQ saying I shouldn't have taken Mahomes. Yeah, that's how I felt last week when JJ was here. And Mr. Scamper saying, "Who's taking Danger Dan Arnold?"
I love that you said it that way.
Danger Dan.
Oh, should I take this guy or this guy?
This guy. Definitely take this guy, John.
I'm going to take this guy.
Take this guy.
Oh,
that's a good this guy. Oh, and you took Dameon Pierce. Fantastic.
Yeah. So I got Marlon Mack and Dameon Pierce.
Fantastic.
Let's see. I'm so invested in the Texans running back. I can't wait
Josh
to
is
see
a
who's
Texans
the starter there. Yeah. No, I mean, like, if we look at last season, it wasn't good to be a Texans running back. None of them were very good. Mark Ingram was bad, and he was the Texans starter for a lot of the year. He got traded to the Saints. He started 2 games while Alvin Kamara was out and was pretty freaking good. It's not a great situation, but there could be blow-up weeks. There could be touchdowns. I went 0 RB, guys. Come on. Give me a break.
0 RB. Let's look at your final roster, Josh. Here. What do you got here? Or not your final, but your
I got one more pick. You
got one more pick. I'm sorry. Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins, Elijah Mitchell, Miles Sanders, CEH, Kenneth Walker, Devin Singletary, Marlon Mack, Dameon Pierce, and Naeem Hines. I love this this wave of running backs.
It's kind of like your wide receivers, I feel.
Yeah. Very, very similar. We just kind of took a similar strategy here. And then your wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Deante Johnson. Oh, my God, Josh. Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, MVS, followed by George Kittle and Dalton Schultz.
I like this team.
This is a perfect
I like this team. It's a perfect team.
This is a perfect team. Apart from Miles Sanders being there, this is a perfect team.
I hate the fact that I took Josh Allen with the 3rd pick. But again, looking at my team with Josh Allen, it adds something here, man. Like when I project him to be by far the highest scoring player, it adds a lot to this team, I think. So
it does.
I'm about it.
I'm done.
If he has an off week, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Did you guys see the video of Peter King not shaking Josh Allen's hand because he didn't see it? And Josh Allen sat there with his hand.
No.
That was great.
Just waiting.
Yeah. But Josh Allen played it up good.
That is brutal. All right, we are in our final round here. Joey took Evan Ingram, his final pick.
Last pick.
Evan Ingram, final pick.
I like Evan Ingram. Doug Peterson has a history with producing good tight ends in Philadelphia. And I think through everything out that happened in Jacksonville last year with Trevor Lawrence, and I think we're going to see some good stuff from him this year.
Yeah, I'm with you.
What that good stuff will be,
we don't know.
Now, Joey, I'm not throwing everything out, but I'm going to throw a lot of it out, all right?
Yeah.
I'm going to still remember. I'll throw a lot of that stuff out, but he didn't look great last season. There were some things to be happy about. Situation was horrible, heinously horrible. Yeah. One of the worst situations we can remember.
I remember before I met my wife, I had this really terrible girlfriend, and it was really hard to just think some days. So,
what?
Trevor Lawrence had a terrible coach last year.
Okay, all right.
I was bringing it around.
Urban.
That's a stretch, but I got you. Yeah. Oh no, how much time do I have? 10 seconds. Oh no.
And then NBA Rig said Debo is a fringe top 5 wide receiver in fantasy. He is. Now he got the bag. He will outperform his ADP. Again, I'm gonna take CeeDee Lamb over him, but right after CeeDee Lamb is where I'm willing to take Debo Samuel in a fantasy league. So fringe top 5, yes, I agree, NBA Rig.
Yeah, I think it could be.
I'm on the clock.
I'm not projecting him to be top 5. I think that's what Josh just said.
Yeah.
What do you think Josh is going to do here, Joe?
I think Josh is going to go with I don't know. Josh has got 2 QBs, 8 running backs.
I went Tunyon.
I think he's going to go Tunyon.
I felt like I like ending my draft with 2 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends, or 3 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. And I was trying to decide which way I wanted to go. My quarterback's with Josh Allen. Again, I think he's going to be my quarterback most weeks, so I'm going to just rely on that. So I love my tight ends. I love both of them. But I think there's a possibility Robert Tunyon has 3 touchdown weeks in him, maybe.
Absolutely.
So, and he'll be my starting tight end those weeks.
Yeah. Wow. Very similar builds.
This was a fun draft.
This was very fun. This was very fun.
I like this a lot. I like what we put together here. Good job, guys. Good job.
Great job.
Let's go.
Great.
Yeah,
great draft. We did it. Thank you so much for everybody joining us. That was a ton of fun. We will be back next Sunday as well. And you can join us Friday. If this is your first time and you're watching us, we're here on FanDuel's channels twice a week. Friday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 7 p.m. Fridays, we're usually playing games, but we got mock drafts on Sunday. So please join us again. And if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to FanDuel on YouTube. Hit that like button and follow them on Twitch and all the other platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I have to remember these every time. You think I write them down, but I don't. Josh, you look
exacerbated.
See it, Josh?
Did you just see it?
What'd you see, Josh? Tell us.
I have 2 quarterbacks on my team, which I love. Oh, Josh Allen and Kirk
Same
Cousins. They're
bye
great.
week, huh?
They got the same bye week.
They got the same bye week. Bye week 7, Kirk Cousins.
If I saw that, you best believe I would have taken your quarterback for my last pick.
Yeah, you probably should have taken quarterback. Oh, I hope I didn't make that mistake.
Thank you, Mr. Scampers, for letting me know. I usually am pretty good about spotting that out. We're live here.
We're live.
I'm so glad we all agreed to put $300 a piece on this one.
Yes,
yeah, I'm glad we didn't make it. Honestly, you can withstand a bye week. I could still beat you guys without having a quarterback week.
It's just 1 week. It's just 1 week.
I don't like it, but it could happen.
We're getting